Hey, what is going on, everybody? Boilon here, back for another video on Raid Shadow Legends. Happy Wednesday. And that means we have another midweek start to some events here coming up. But I also do want to talk about some of the things that you should not be doing because there was an event that launched today, which I think it's best for a lot of these that are going to be starting both today and tomorrow to wait until Friday because we have the Heroes Path event which is going to be starting on Friday, that most of us need to run. Now, we don't know the specifics in terms of what else is going to be included there. I guess the assumption is that it's going to be Perfect Souls for Noldua, possibly for Solinar in there as well. But we'll find out because Basim is currently having his, I guess that's running for another 2 days, the Masters deck of 8. So who knows? Maybe there's some red stars in there for him as well, or instead of we'll see. We'll see who ends up being in there, right? So I want to talk about what you should be doing and what you should be getting prepared for. Now, before we get started with the rest of the video, of course, I do want to remind people that if you haven't started playing Raid yet, or you want to make a new alt account, get Thol and Falbeard at the very start of your journey by using the promo code, the QR code in the top right hand of the screen. You also get these amazing epics, Lure, Rector Drath, and Ruella. And you can also get this promo code legendary. That's what I was talking about. Hanorach, Great Void legendary. Type in the promo code Desert Queen within the first 48 hours of a brand new account. Okay, so let's get started. Right? So today we had the launching of the champion training event, which pretty much everyone needs to run because there are 10 fragments for Noldua. Now you will see that I have points earned. This was entirely through brewing. And if you don't know what brewing is yet, you absolutely should. But what I was talking about waiting till Friday is if you have to spend any energy on that champion training event, make sure that you wait until Friday to double dip with the with the path event because that is going to get you points for earning artifacts. So if you don't know what brewing is, really quickly, I'm just going to do a quick rundown. I've already done mine, but the brew menu, this quality of life feature, I think was essentially added for champion training events because it is an insane shortcut that you can just get points very, very quickly with the amount of brews that you have, and then using them to kind of level up your characters really fast. And the one thing that I do, and I'll show you because I'll do a little bit of this. So if I filter, for example, by greens, include my reserve vault, I have a lot of characters that are sitting at level 1. Well, maybe not so many, actually, but I have some. So just take bam, 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 all these ones that I picked up from Chapter 12, right, from grinding. You do this, you add in a red brew, and then boom, bada, bing, you get some points for champion training. Now, for one upgraded green, by one brew, you get approximately 9 points. You get 1 point per level. It gets you 9 levels, and so one brew in this way is worth 9 points. Now, I've already done this to my blues, but if you have any blues sitting at level 1, you will get yourself for 2 brews to get them to level 15. That's 14 times 2 points. So you get 28 points for 2 brews. So this is actually better value than just brewing greens. But depending on what champions you have available, this is the fastest way for you to do that. And by doing so, you're going to pick up a lot because you end up getting all this brews because you don't want to use brews, in my opinion, outside of champion training events. Unless you're super desperate to do something really fast, you should typically save your brews specifically for these training events. And you can see here that I'm already up like almost like 2/3 of the way to the fragments. Now, I very well I haven't decided, I might continue the grind and I might go up past here. We'll see, maybe not. But if you are thinking about doing this stuff, hold out until Friday for the Path event. Now, things that you can do right now, though, if you haven't finished it, we have the Fire Knights tournament going on right now for the other 5 fragments that you need for Noldua. Also, the Augustine's Frenzy event, which I am slow burning right now to get myself up to a free Prism Shard. Of course, if you watched my video from yesterday, my luck was awful. But you never know. Maybe I might actually pull something from here. One of my clanmates pulled the Faction Unity Champion, right? So anything is possible from the free-to-play Shard, right? There's a 6% chance that if there's 100 of you, 6 of you are going to get a legendary character, right, out of that free Prism Shard. So it's always worth doing because it's basically like getting a free Sacred Shard, pretty much. Now, in terms of things that are upcoming, I want to bring up the calendar here really quickly. So let's just pivot really quick to that. You can see some of the other stuff that's coming up. And obviously, we have that Heroes of Path event, which is starting in 2 days, which is going to be on Friday. And you can see that it also rewards, actually should say, I thought it says right here, but okay, we know that it's going to be for summoning shards and for grinding artifacts. Maybe they mentioned it somewhere else. Maybe it was in the news. I'm pretty sure it mentioned how you're getting points for this. Am I blind? Maybe I'm blind. Or unlock. It actually doesn't. Maybe they changed the text. I swear I said that here on the calendar. But anyways, we also have this dragon tournament, which is going to be starting tomorrow as well. And so because of that, I think it's worth just waiting until Friday so you can double dip as much of these artifact grinding missions or events and tournaments that you need to do, right? So we have that. That's starting on Friday. That's going to be running over the course of the weekend. I think that's about it, though. So unfortunately, the event dungeon is going to end or at the same time as the Heroes Path event starts. Okay, so there's really not a whole lot left. There's some double dipping here of the champion training on the back end of it, and then also the dragon tournament here as well over the weekend. So those are the two major things that are going to be allowing you to double dip for the Heroes Path event coming up. We also have a gear enhancement event, which is going to be coming out as well. So we're kind of nearing the end, honestly, because if you look at how many fragments that I'm sitting on right now, I'm sitting on 65 Noldua fragments. Now, I'm still missing 5 from champion training, and then the path event is going to have, I think if I'm not mistaken, is going to have 15. We have the dragon, we have the gear enhancement, so I think it is, I can probably bring it up here. Noldua's fragment event, do they actually have, the list of the events here? So there's going to be it does say artifacts and accessories, summon champions from shards here on the Heroes Path event, and then Dragon Tournament, 5 fragments, Classic Arena, 5 fragments, and then the other events that I'm missing, Heroes Path is 25, but you need 15 minimum from the Heroes Path event, so this is going to be really important, unfortunately. So I'm missing 5 here, 15 here, that's 25, plus the 10 from here, which will give me the finish line. Now, we're going to really have to see what's up for grabs on Friday's Heroes Path event, because I'm probably just going to beeline for the 15 fragments. Unless there are some red stars, some souls that are along the way towards the fragments, I don't know how much I'm going to be going in on this event, because obviously I just want the bare minimum, because March is going to be so important. The anniversary month is not far away, and I want to save as much resources as I possibly can. Now, I have been extremely lucky with some of my shard drops lately. It's absolutely insane. I've had double shard drops, like two sacred shards in a day twice now in the last week. So absolutely crazy. I've been saving for months on this. So I'm hoping I can get away with maybe 10 sacred shards on this path event, and then save the rest, obviously, going into March. I've said before that I'm really hoping. We'll see what ends up happening with Edward, right? The actual proper event for Edward, because now we've had Basim, and so we'll see. Luckily, I didn't have to do this event. You might have been wondering where my video for that was. I pulled Basim out of one of my Prism shards, so this wasn't necessary for me. But we'll see what Edward, his event looks like, because I actually do want him. Mostly because my Bannerlords faction is dog shit, so I would really appreciate having another nuker DPS champion for my Bannerlords to help carry that in factions. But what I'm really waiting for is Bayek. So I think that, unfortunately, March is going to be a very, very busy month. Not only do we have the anniversary fusion, maybe more Argonites. There could be lots of that coming around as well. But they're probably going to drop Bayek, I would say, mid to end of March, and they're going to make it compete with other things that are going on at the same time simultaneously to convince you to spend on more stuff. So I'm definitely hoarding a lot of my shards right now for March, and specifically Bayek and whatever the anniversary ends up being, right? Whatever that character ends up being. And if they have more Argonites, that's going to be even crazier of a month. I don't know if it's March or if it's April. I don't know when they're dropping the Argonites, but that's something that we're waiting for as well. So that's what's going on this midweek and leading up to Friday. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below, and what you're doing this week with your events. Are you finished? Are you prepared to go? Are you going to be buying into the Heroes Path event? And what I mean by buying, I mean sharding. But if you haven't been doing this fusion at all, then I guess you're going to have a pretty calm week, I suppose. So before we go, I just want to remind people, if you haven't started playing Raid yet, what are you waiting for? Download using the QR code in the top right hand of the screen to get Thol and Falbeard absolutely free at the start of your account. Also, Allure, Rector, Drath, and Ruella at accounts level 10, 20, and 30. And don't forget that you can get the Void Legendary to Hatterack. She's an amazing Void support champion. All you got to do is use the promo code Desert Queen within the first 48 hours of a brand new account. That's it for me, everyone, and I'll see you all on the next video. And if you like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and you'll be greatly helping out the channel. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys on the next one.